Yeah, there's a chance that we get to the end of this and I've done this all completely wrong, but I think I understand. Hey guys, welcome to the Sipcast. It's Monday, so you know what time it is. It's time for some Mount Rushmores. And today we're going to do a fun one that I'm really excited about. We're going to kind of look at, I don't know what the best way is to say this in a really short and catchy way, but we're going to look at some technologies that sound really crazy now that are going to be kind of obvious and commonplace in the future. Do you have a good title for that, Jack?
Oh man, that's tough. Mount Rushmore of crazy future technology.
That sounds good. I like that. I can hop right into my first one. Let's see here. Yeah, so I guess this will be kind of my who's the least president on there?
I think we call that our Roosevelt, actually.
Our Roosevelt? Okay, Roosevelt.
Poor Roosevelt. I mean, you made it on Mount Rushmore, man.
That's true.
You've earned that honor, so we still love you. You're just the least of the four.
All right. For my first one, because I think this one is like a little iffy, I'm going to go with the Electoral College. Ooh, starting off political and controversial. But I think within the next 30 or so years, I think a lot of people in our generation are really unhappy with the Electoral College. I think it is going to go by the wayside and maybe just turn into a majority vote, which there are pros and cons to both. That's all I'll say on the matter. But, I think people are really unhappy with it, and I think it's going to go bye-bye pretty soon.
Well, how long do you think we're going to have presidents? That's the real question.
That is a great question. Who knows? Maybe eventually it'll just be an algorithm. Like, it's just a computer.
It'll just be
president.
Google.
Yeah.
IBM Watson will be running for president next year. But I mean, seriously, I feel like in the near future it might just be a ceremonial position, and they really have no power.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you look at it, it's not like a lot of these people are really qualified. And I mean,
popularity contest. Yeah.
Really, how can one person be qualified for all the tasks and decisions that need to be made? Why is that a one-person job? I'm not a communist, I promise, but I might be an oligarchist.
Okay.
Because, I mean, America's all about decentralizing the government, so why do we need one chief of staff, one head of everything?
That is true. That's a great point, Jack.
I don't know. That's just my political thoughts.
Yeah. Hit me with your Roosevelt.
All right, my Roosevelt, and this is I guess this is kind of a boring one because it's already kind of gone into effect for a lot of things, but I do think that this is going to be very, very much more in the near future, and that is VR. I know VR's around, and I know that they have crappy VR games. There's some cool VR games, I'm sure, but I mean, I think that VR 360 video, 360 audio, I think that'll be the future of entertainment. I feel like it's going to be a lot of like third person, where the 360 audio kind of diverts where your attention will go. Maybe you'll be in like a swivel chair, so like you can turn and look at will. I mean, I think like just thinking about it, like that'd be really cool because like I'm sure it'd be a lot harder to make, first of all.
Yeah.
But you can hide like little Easter eggs, and it's like if you're not looking in like an exact location, you might miss something. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with that. Plus, 360 audio is insane. They already have that, and if you listen to some like the tests and stuff, like there's one called the Tucker Zone on YouTube, and it's like some guys like knocking on a door. Have you seen this, Samuel?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was wild.
The dude knocking on the door.
Bro, it's crazy. Just like, and I've played a couple of video games that have like some similar kind of 3D sound stuff. I'm a big fan of the 3D sound.
It scares me though. It really scares me. And like VR, it's gonna be like you're in the movie. It's gonna be like you're in the TV show. It's gonna be like you're in the video game. And I think it's gonna be this way in like 20 years.
I think there's very good potential for like scary movies and stuff, especially.
Oh no,
Like that's gonna
bro,
take
I
it by
couldn't.
storm. That's gonna be
Like,
crazy.
I can watch scary movies. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, watch it is like I can
Mm-hmm.
watch any scary movie on the screen or whatever. But you like immerse me in that, and I'm
Yeah.
gone. Like, I'm gone.
Have you had much experience like VR wise?
I haven't.
Okay.
I really like. I guess that's all I can say is that
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
I've only done it one time, but it was pretty interesting. I got to do the plank one. That was really popular for a while.
The one where you like
Where like
step off and like.
yeah, to the edge of a building. And
Uh,
that was a lot more jarring than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, it's so like cartoonish and stuff, but like when you can like see your feet and your hands and then you fall, I like fell by accident and like, ooh, all of a sudden it like got me. I was like, oh, I didn't think this would get me, but it did a little bit.
man, I want to try that. I might get the new VR, that the PSVR 2.
Hmm.
Who knows? All right, let's hear your Roosevelt slash. Oh, not Roosevelt. Let's hear your Lincoln slash Jefferson.
Okay.
Part one.
I'm gonna go with robot police. We've already got military grade drones. I don't think it's too long before we've got some sort of peacekeeping robot. Um, I think that is a very slippery slope, especially like figuring out exactly how that'll work. But I hope it'll help like with detainment and like maybe less brutality, that kind of stuff. Just like I don't know, keeping humans out of any sort of line of fire, both ways. Hopefully.
I guess that kind of goes into my next one too, if you think about
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
because how else are the robots police gonna identify anybody without everybody having an ID chip in them? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's tons of people that are terrified,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean terrified of getting an ID chip put in.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's just gonna be really normal in the future. Like it's gonna be NBD, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, you're pretty much carrying around a chip. It listens to everything you say.
It's called a
Um,
fingerprint.
no, no, no. I'm talking about a cell phone.
Yeah, that's true.
It
That is
can
big
listen to anything you
facts.
say. It can record
Mm-hmm.
anything you're doing. People are just really put off by the fact that it's gonna be underneath your skin, and you
Yeah,
can't remove
guys.
it easily.
It's yeah, the phone is already that. Like I was reading the other day, if you go to Instagram and like settings and look at like your ad preferences, like it's all stuff that like you can see you've either like just looked at for a second or like talked about. Like it's all there. It'll tell you like everything it's giving you ads for and thinks you're interested in. So
Which honestly, that doesn't bother me that much. I know that
yeah,
I
I
know that I
don't.
know that pisses a lot of people off, but it's like I
Yeah.
don't really have anything to hide from the government.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not scared that a police drone's gonna come to my door and be like, FBI, open up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
What?
have
Where do you
anything to
think
hide.
where do you think the chip will be? You think it's like a wrist
You
thing
know,
or
I
barcode on the back of the
I
neck?
don't know why, but I automatically assume it'll be a wrist thing,
Yeah,
kind of just
I
like a
immediately thought that
scan.
too. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But
Yeah, that
like,
is weird though that it's like automatically everybody kind of thinks wrist.
think about like how much easier that'd make life. You could just like, if you're paying for something, instead of having to like fumble,
Mm-hmm.
you just scan your
At the
wrist.
airport, that could be
Yeah, at the
really
wrist.
nice.
It's I don't know how hackable it's gonna be, but if you make
Uh-huh.
it secure, might I suggest an Apple T2 chip? Then you're rolling free, and then you're rolling easy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hear your next one.
All right. I'm gonna go with. So this is kind of a double up. It's like I know starting to get to the point of 3D printed organs. I think also though, cloning is going to take some new steps. Right now, I think we definitely have the ability to clone a human, like all the way, but we're holding off because of moral constraints.
Rightly
Um,
so.
yeah, I'm fine with holding off on that, but I think people are going to get more lax about that in the next 20 to 30 years. And I think there's a good chance there's going to be some shady stuff going on where maybe clones are just being harvested for organs, whether that's in the embryonic type stage versus like a full grown person eating a full grown man's set of lungs and there's just like a clone trapped somewhere. Like that gets kind of dark. Eesh.
Yeah, it does.
But
It does really
but
bad.
I think there's a chance of that, or some sort of like some big steps in cloning of some sort coming down the pipeline soon.
Yeah, but couldn't you just like 3D print the organs instead of not 3D
I hope
printing
so.
a whole person or cloning a
Yeah,
whole person?
that's what I hope is like, I don't know, some big steps in 3D printing. We can start 3D printing lots of crazy things like food. Wouldn't that be funny if there was food?
Oh yeah. It'd be like the Back to the Future where they put like the little pizza bagel in the
Yeah, yeah.
dehydrator or whatever and from Pizza Hut and then like they pull out a Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that'd
I'm
be
sorry for
crazy.
pulling it down there for a second. But yeah,
Hey,
I think that might be coming.
I think I pulled it down there with the ID chips too, so but here's something my next one that's
Okay,
coming very soon down the pipeline.
I'm ready.
Google tried it like 10 years ago, and it just looked terrible. Apple,
Mm,
there's been a lot of reports that Apple is bringing this back, and
okay.
bringing it back, it's gonna be new technology. A lot of new lidar sensors that are on the new iPad Pro, gonna come to the new
Hmm.
iPhone 12 Pro. Then the thing that's coming back, it's coming back. It's the first time Apple's gonna be doing it. Is AR glasses, and I think this is gonna be a normal thing. Uh, like one of the big Apple leaking guys, he actually says that it's gonna have a lidar sensor on the temple, so it'll be able to like survey the area very well. And get this, Samuel. He says that they're
Okay.
gonna come in at $500 to start.
That is cheap. Oh my goodness. Like,
I'm not gonna believe it until I see it in
yeah.
Apple's announcement. But like this is like the most trusted Apple leaker, so
Dang,
that's
that's wild.
wild.
Now let me hit you with a question. Tell me style wise what these are gonna look like. Are we
Okay,
talking like Cyclops
no.
glasses or like
From what I've heard, there's gonna be all different kinds of styles, and they're gonna.
okay.
I think they're gonna look like normal glasses, except for you're not gonna be able to have as wiry a frame as some people like.
Okay, so it's we're going thick rim.
Yes, probably thick rim. I think you could
Gotcha.
have you might be able to have like a wire like if you I don't know what it's gonna look like.
Hmm.
Have you seen Bose's headphones sunglasses?
No, I haven't.
Those are
Are those
weird.
weird?
Yeah, they're like sunglasses and then they have like a speaker right here that shoots into your ear.
Interesting. That's. I just feel like, what if I want to listen to music without wearing sunglasses, though?
I don't know. So maybe Apples have to have the bulky rims too, so you can get
Hmm.
audio while you're going. But
Yeah,
the initial thing I thought was like, imagine like using a GPS. Like, how cool would that be? It's just like
that would be really nice.
turn
Yeah,
right here. It's like you don't have to like look at the street signs and be like, is this the right one? It's just like
yeah,
points
that
you.
would. Hopefully, that'll help a lot with safety, and hopefully, not people like streaming like the latest episode of The Bachelor or something while driving.
Well, maybe they will be streaming that in the future.
Yeah.
But that's with my George Washington. So go ahead, Samuel.
Okay. Let me hit you with mine. I think there's going to be vacation space travel a lot sooner than we think. I know Tesla is launching, SpaceX is launching some people. I think very soon you'll be able to pay to go to space. I don't know really what you can do there. I mean, it's awesome. It's space. But, like, I think you'll be able to go to the moon, um, maybe, like, up to the International Space Station, that kind of stuff. Maybe they'll have another space station kind of like that. It's just like a resort. But I think very soon there's going to be some vacation type space travel.
How do you launch a resort into space?
That is a great question. So, I mean, I'm talking resort in like the bare minimum sense. Like probably even lower quality than like a Red Roof Inn or a Days Inn. But it's in space, so it's like way cooler.
Maybe a
I'm thinking,
casino.
yeah, because it's out of like any state territory. um, I think it'll be mostly kind of like the International Space Station, just like a place you can walk around and like probably not as much scientific equipment, but I think at first it's going to be very much for like the elite and the rich, but who knows? Maybe it becomes affordable one day for humans, kind of like a cruise type package.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
All right, my George Washington. I kind of hinted at it when I said that you might be able to watch The Bachelor while you're in your car, and that is self-driving cars. They are coming real fast. Let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
there are self-driving cars on the road right now, Samuel. I'm pretty sure there's taxis in the San Bernardino area
Oh, dang.
from Google,
Wow.
and I'm pretty sure they're on the road, fully functioning. I know that Tesla has made big moves to have more of a autopilot kind of advanced cruise control kind of mechanism.
Right.
Uh,
Self-parking, that kind of stuff.
it changes lanes by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of it's very innovative. I kind of see that as the bridge to just having self-driving cars. Like imagine just like having
Yeah.
having like a couch in your car,
Oh,
just
that'd
like
be so nice. Oh
typing
my
in where you want to
goodness.
go and just like sitting on the couch in your car, just
Mm-hmm.
chilling.
Yeah, I'm happy to be an early adopter of that. I don't like driving that much. That sounds ideal, definitely.
Same for me. Same for me. Because man, and I just feel it would be so much safer.
Yeah, if you get that's the thing is like I think if you get everybody on board, then the whole thing can be automated and it's very systematic, as opposed to if it's half and half, then it's like, you know, robots doing what they're supposed to do and what they're programmed to do, and people who are error prone making mistakes, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that must be
Yeah.
crazy looking over in the San Bernardino area at like a taxi, and then you're like, oh shoot, there's nobody driving.
Like calling an Uber and like, hey,
Yeah,
what's up? And there's just like nobody there, and you're just
yeah, it's
like a
just empty.
Scooby Doo episode. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. We will be back tomorrow with some TV time. I know I've been watching actually quite a bit of TV recently. Uh,
Awesome.
so yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Wednesday we'll have some story time. Thursday we'll have some did Alex Jones say it or somebody else, and then Friday we'll have our movie minutes. We will see you then. Have a great, great, great Monday.